know I've done it before.
So we just have to go into the connection and do.
Yeah, I can go from your page.
Yeah, so next time we'll do a permission so we can go ahead.
All right, your page.
Okay, so you are
Yeah,
live.
here we go.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and. Okay. All right, so I'm coming back in. Got it. Okay, how do you see it on the screen?
It's the first time I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Look at that, real, okay, so you see us? Okay, good, all right. One more minute. See, we'll keep the phone there, so I'll double check so I can see what it looks like online. All right, we ready to start?
We are ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I know everybody can hear us. So what it is?
Yes,
5, 4,
yes.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Opulent Attraction Podcast. We are so excited today. We have an amazing lineup of powerhouse women that we will be introducing. I'm excited. Like it seems like it took us a while to like get here, right?
It really feels like it.
Oh, wow.
Well, it really has. You know,
Yeah,
we've
we did
been
some taping and
trying to get the building together and all of the loft. Oh my gosh, I'm just excited.
yeah.
So here we go. Oh, let's make sure we got everything all together. All right, so we just want to welcome you all this evening to the first Opulent Lady Business Association podcast session. Woo!
Yes.
This first season will be all about Opulent Lady Business Association members interviews, where you get to know our members and all the amazing things that they do in their community, and also for other women in business. So my name is Mahisa Green, and I am the COO of the Opulent Lady Business Association, and they also call me the Mental Motivator. So if you've been wondering where has my Mental Mondays been, this is what we have been working on. But I'm coming back with Taxing Tuesday or Worry Free Wednesday. I got you. I'm telling you. So I just want to pass it over, and so she can introduce herself. The lady of the hour, talk to me.
Yes, my name is Business Matchmaker Jonika Lynch, and I am the CEO of Opulent Lady Business Association. And we're just really ecstatic, right? Like she said, we have did trial shows and markups and whatever you want to call them, and so many different things, but so much in store for you. We can't wait till we go on the road. Beginning in July, we will be on the road with Opulent Podcast, Opulent Attraction and Podcast, attracting amazing women all up and down 95 corridor and more, right? For 595, 695,
Yes.
all of those 83. We're going to be a little bit everywhere. So we just want you to take the ride, this amazing journey with us as we just explore the lives through the eyes of so many
Yes.
phenomenal women globally, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think we can go ahead and
Yeah.
get it
So
kicked
we
off.
are not going to keep you. We told you we're going to be here from 7 to 8 o'clock. We may go a little bit over because we want to make sure that you know who we are and what we're doing. But without further ado, coming up for her interview is one of, I mean, man, we have so many amazing members. And I can't wait for you to meet them all. But this one, when we think about Miss Angela Brand, I think you just automatically have to put the fire next to it. Like you just want to think about blazing, her voice, her story, her business, her speaking, everything she do is fire, and she has an amazing tour going on. But let me tell you something. I am not going to tell you anymore. Miss Angela Brand, can you please come to our stage?
Yeah. Champ's here.
The champ is here.
Yeah.
The girl on fire is here.
Yes,
How are you?
You know what?
Oh.
I am excited. I'm on fire. Like never before. So I'm just amazed. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to share this platform, this stage with you guys, my opulent community of elegant and those epic women that I get an opportunity to build business with and do life.
Man, that is it's absolutely amazing to have you here. Like we understand totally that like your that your schedule is busy, but to have you here, please just tell us like I already told them your name, but I want you to reintroduce yourself. Allow me to reintroduce. Okay, sorry, I go there.
Yes.
But reintroduce yourselves. Let us know who Miss Angela Brand is.
Well, let's always start off first. I am a humble servant of the Lord and a woman that have turned her mess into a message that positions me to make millions and reach millions by training women to speak, write, and coaching her fire. And I always say I'm known as the girl on fire, not because I like fire, but because I know what it feels like to go through hell and back and come out shining like a diamond. So that's who I am. I work with purpose-minded women that are ambitious and they're ready to to hit the stage, that shine bright in their speaking, coaching, and authorship business. So that's the snippet.
Yes, girl on fire. I'm looking at this thing right here in front of us, and I can't wait till you come here and see the loft, because as soon as you walk in, you're gonna see one of these pictures says this girl is on fire. So I keep looking at it as you're talking. And you talked about the diamond, which is so crucial to who we are, that we are these precious jewels. And so I get excited about that.
Yeah. And you know what? Oh, you're right. This sign does say this girl is on fire.
Right in front of us.
Right
I gotta show
you. Right? How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Can you tell us about your journey and your tour?
Oh, let's start with the journey first. I always start my journey from 2016, and when I told God I was never going to speak again. I was pastoring in a church in Atlanta, Georgia, and the little girl in me was tired of leading while bleeding. She was tired of masking and covering up her hurt and pain and her rejection. So she got me to a point where I was like, okay, I'm really ready for the real healing, to be a whole woman for real and not just play with it. So at that time, I closed the church and I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, where my healing journey began.
North Carolina, come on.
Really began. So that's kind of how I started. And when I found out that I can get paid to speak, coach, and write, why not start a business? That's exactly what I did. So I started training women to become certified life coaches, certified motivational speaking, and started the tour in 2018. Now we're rebranded under the Her Fire Tour. And that's pretty much where my fire started, is understanding that I'm called to more. I'm called to leave a fire legacy. I'm called to help these women walk in their purpose as speakers and coaches.
Yes. Yes, her fire tour, like the branding of it. So you not only help women with speaking, but you talked about like life coaching, certification.
Yeah.
So your story started in North Carolina. You know, like Atlanta. Atlanta started. That's where you started at.
Yes.
So that's amazing in itself. So from what year, like when can you put a pinpoint to it? Like, what do you think was the year that said, I'm officially, this girl is on fire. I'm officially the firebrand.
2017. 2000.
Wow. Wow.
And it's so it's so funny when I look back of all the different messages I've preached since 2007, 2008, it was the same message. So when I got the revelation is go ahead and just brand this thing because you already been walking in it, brand it. And that's when it was birthed, 2017. It's funny. Branded. I was watching America's Got Talent and Angelia, she was singing This Girl on Fire. For some reason, I just broke down crying. I broke down crying and I listened to that song over and over, but I listened to the lyrics of the song and that's what got me. And I couldn't listen to the song for the next 2 years without crying. Wow. Because I understood in what she was writing when she wrote it. If you listen to the lyrics, if you look at my eyes, you see my flame. I feel like I'm alone in this world, but I'm gonna let it burn anyway. And sometimes that's what we feel like when we're walking in our calling. We feel like we are alone. We feel like we misunderstood. We feel like because we've been looked over, we've been underestimated, that you don't have a calling. God cannot use you. And that's when I got the revelation. Because I know what it feels like to be told you're not ready, you're not qualified, you don't have a degree. God didn't tell you to do that. So that's where my fire come from. Okay, you say I'm not ready, but God said this is what I'm calling her to do. Don't worry about what she sound like. Don't worry about what she look like. Don't worry about what she don't have. You worry about the anointing and the fire that's in her belly. And that's why my fire is like it is and the passion to train these women, because there's so many women feel like because I don't have a degree that I'm not qualified or adequate enough to be a speaker or to be a coach, because I was a single, because I was raised on welfare, because I came from the project, because I was, overlooked and I don't look like how you want me to look. Does not mean that the call of God is not on my life. And those are the women God begins to say to me. AB, I have this calling, I have this idea, but people always overlooking me and people always underestimating me because I don't look like how I should look like or speak how they want me to speak. And I got to start. Who says that? If next time they tell me ready, tell them to help me get ready. The next time you say I'm not qualified, then what do I need to be qualified?
Yes, lend a hand.
Oh man,
lend a hand.
you look. I'm like I gotta stay focused because I gotta say this the interview because you don't say so many things. I'm just ready to like jump out, about this journey because as women we were talking about. Well, we talk all the time and we always talking about how to impact and how to encourage because some women have become to this place that, we tear each other down and we've been talking about this for years. Why are we still having this same conversation that there's a competition, that it can't be multiple of us? I was telling one of our newest members who said, I'm going to meet Miss Brand on somewhere on her tour. Like she wasn't even talking about Baltimore. She was saying North Carolina because the one in Baltimore she wasn't going to be. And let me tell you something. She just joined and already been watching you and saying she's going to meet you. And it filled my soul up because I know what we stand for about this unity and we don't play about that. And we also, this is not for everybody and it's okay if this is not for everybody. So when I think about, Miss Angela Brand, I'm like, I don't know if y'all know, I'm just saying like you over here on Facebook everywhere, this girl is really on fire. You hear it. you hear the passion in your voice. Oh my gosh, I just get so excited when I'm talking with you, Angela. I really do.
Absolutely. And how did the pandemic, because I know you had a couple of setbacks due to 2020, the pandemic. How was you able to shift and pivot your business, especially as a speaker who was face to face? Like, how was you able to make that transition to virtual and still stay relevant?
Well, it took me a while because I like to see people. It took me to shift my perspective and say, okay, God, if I can't meet these women in person, then how do I do it? So during the pandemic, I did more life coaching training, getting people prepared. So when the pandemic lifted, that they had the adequate training that they needed. They had the business structure that they needed. They had the products and services that they needed. So I spent more time in preparing women for the tour right now.
Wow.
So and I only did one online event. Other than that, I was doing training the whole 2 years.
Wow.
A season of preparation.
Yes. You utilize that time again in an amazing way. Many people were building businesses and starting their crafts, and you were perfecting your craft, if you don't mind me saying. Would that be an accurate count?
Yes, I was perfecting my craft and also perfecting my mindset. And seeing my value in everything. Because of what a lot of people did, they lowered their prices during the pandemic. But there was also people who stayed at the same price point. So I started thinking, okay, the women coming to me could not afford certain things. So what I did, I condensed the training from 8 weeks to 4 weeks, and then I lowered the price so those can afford it, they could. And now these are the speakers that are now ready to launch their business with the tools that they need.
Wow. Woo. Oh my gosh, Miss Angela Brand. All I'm saying is, I just want to say, I'm so excited to have you as an Opulent Lady Business Association and OLBA member. We are so honored to have you. Joining this organization, we understand it's not for everybody. Can you let those who are watching know, like, how do you believe that we at OLBA can be an asset to your business? Because you're not just a member, we want to be an asset to your business. So for anyone's watching and thinking, hey, I might want to join this, because we're not the Black Girls Club, we're not the girls club from off of TV. We are literally a global network, and we're building, and we're so grateful to have launched 4 months ago. So how do you believe that joining an organization like ours can asset any type of business?
Well, let me start off like this first. I reached out to Jonica, and my words was, I need the business matchmaker. And I did not know about the association at the time when I reached out. And she was like, okay, well, I'm working on something. Give me a week. And then the next week is when we launched. So for me, it was being really in a position to know who you need to take your business to the next level. And oftentimes we start our business, but we don't have that marketing strategy. We don't have that sales strategy. We don't have the avenues to reach our ideal client. We think, okay, I'm going to post on Facebook and that'll be it. No, you have to be connected. Branding by association and brand collaboration. So for me, it was collaborating my brand with the Opulent Lady. There was the same values, women that can be relatable. There is no competition, women who really believe in sisterhood. So if you are that business owner, that woman, and you're building your business by yourself and you don't have the support, that's the main reasons why you should join the association. the benefit of the association, because it's not just we association and you never hear from us. You guys are putting in the work. You have the structure, you have the foundation, you have the platform to help women take their business to the next level. And so many times we pay for things and we are part of things, but we don't utilize the full benefits of it. So now we can't see the return on our investments because we have not taken the time to see the full benefits of what's being offered. So if you are a woman and you want to be seen, you want that connection, you want that sisterhood, that's every reason to be a part of the association.
Wow.
That is so amazing. And, you know, we appreciate you to the highest level because we do stand firm to what we believe. And we do believe that wise women win together because wise women unselfishly work together. And, you know, we count it all in joy. We stand in grace daily, knowing that there is some core values, some core principles behind, you know, what we stand for. And it's really about learning and growing. And as we learn and grow and connect and build together, then the only thing that we can do is as we say, the best defense is to get better, but to create major impact in the community, in the lives of so many people globally. And it takes a level of commitment with that and a level of clarity. And you just summarized so many things just now within 3 to 5 minutes. And we appreciate that because no matter if individuals, and here we go, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's listening to us, no matter if you decide that Opulent Lady Business Association is your it factor, because as the mental motivator said, it may not be for you, but whatever your it factor is, go into it with clear intentions. Go into it with knowing how you're going to add value and how does it mutually benefit you. So I don't care where you join, what group you join, what association you join, you have to have clear expectations and set clear expectations, but also understand that it's just not a given, I'm just going to give, I'm going to be a taker, I'm going to be a taker. You have to be a giver. So you need to walk into any situation thinking to yourself, how do I also add value?
I agree.
I'm going to engage. What I'm going to do to maximize and leverage the opportunities that are placed in front of me in this platform. So I'm happy just to hear everything you said.
Because I watched the sermon recently and I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna let you go. But I'm just saying I had watched the sermon. It was so funny because it was like the person that screams like, I love you in a concert, and the person says, I love you back. And one time she said, yeah, I pay her to do that. And I'm laughing because I'm like, what you just said, I don't know if they understand, like, this was not prescripted. You did not write a question that, like, what you said was everything that we stand for. And for you to have said that out your mouth, I'm just so honored and so grateful to have you. And I truly look forward to following you. We'll be your business bestie stalkers as we follow you on tour, and we'll be right there. And we're so honored to be a part of the tour. I'm coming up in August in Baltimore. And again, whoever's watching, stay tuned for so much more from this girl on fire. Angela Brand, before we let you go, can you please let them know, how do they contact you? How do they get in contact with you if they want to know more?
So if you want to know more, if you want to be a speaker or just be a participant of the Her Fire Tour, it's just simply the herfiretour.com. All the tour dates are on there. You can apply to a speak on there. You can be a sponsor on there. All those wonderful and amazing things on the website. If I were to say anything before I leave, I would say if you want to go fast, you can do it alone. But if you want to go far, become a member of Opulent Business Association.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh man, you heard it yourself right here on the podcast, Miss Angela Brand. We just thank you so much for your time. We know your schedule is crazy, but to be able to come on and share that, I'm blown. And I'm probably gonna sit to that because you've made my night already. So we just thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we can't wait to see you and join you on a tour. And you know where to find us, right here at this loft that you have access to. It's all about you. But we'll even see you before that at the luncheon on June 18th. So I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you
Yes,
guys.
Yes,
have a great
yes,
evening.
thank you.
Welcome, girl.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it yourself. You've heard it from.
She is so dope. You know, I've always just admire her ability to move forward with ease
Yeah.
and confidence, because we know that, you know, without having confidence, that's a hinder to a lot of people.
I agree.
And without having clarity, that is what stops. That's like the major roadblock. People don't understand their purpose, and don't boldly move and walk into their purpose. So yeah, she's just so dope, and I count it all in joy for her to be a part of Opulent Lady
Yes.
Business Association. So traveling this entrepreneurship journey along with the fire queen herself is going to be nothing short of amazing.
I agree. I agree. And we just thank you for tuning in. We're gonna come and bring to the stage our second Opulent Lady Business Association guest. Come on, tell them all about it. Tell them all about it. It's our sister, Sister Veronica Black. Come on.
Yes. So let me say this: if you are ready for some tea time with Miss B, this is the B, as we would say, Queen. Miss Veronica Black herself. We're so happy to have you. There are so many levels of conversation that we have all had about your entrepreneurship journey. We're so happy. We appreciate you. We love you as a sister, as a mentor, and really we watch you be a virtual woman, building your business and maintaining your sanity.
I mean, Janika, she has got to tell us who she is.
That has to be.
You sure you didn't pay her to?
Cash at me.
Can you send the cash out? 'Cause I'm like,
woo! But we gonna go ahead and pass this mic on, this virtual mic on to Veronica Black.
I don't have a drum, but I think you understand where we're coming from.
Yes. Well, thank you. And good evening to everyone. And I am Veronica Black, also known as, well, there are a couple of things. Tea Time with Miss V, as she mentioned, where I drop strategies for personal and professional development, and also known as the Master Administration Strategist. Working under my own business management company, E50 Solutions.
Wow, E50 Solutions. You talked about business administration, come on, tell me one more time.
Master is Master Administration Strategist.
Master Administration Strategist. First of all, I just love it because it's an area of business that we don't talk about. You know, Ms. Black, it's an area of business when we talk about administration. And to be a strategist of really helping women strategize the administrative part of business is so easy to get not to be funny, to get an EIN number and start a business. But to have it in order, at least that's where I think I'm going. I mean, can you tell us, like, what do you do as a master administration strategist?
So we all know that people get into business and they are concentrating on what they do best. You know, you can be a hairstylist, you can be a plumber, you can be an electrician, you could be a speaker, but very few entrepreneurs actually are very skilled at doing the behind the scene operations part of the business, making sure that, you know, you have mentioned about the EIN number.
Yeah.
There, surprisingly enough, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are operating and don't even have one. There are a lot of people who operate and their businesses are not even registered officially. So you know what you're doing? You're just performing your hobby, because there are things that you have to put in place to make sure that your business is recognized officially to operate in your state and across the internet. So a lot of people,
Wow.
just don't think about that. They don't think about separating their personal and their business. They do everything under their personal account. No, you don't want to do that. Are you formed legally? Are you a sole partnership? Are you a partnership? Are you a LLC? No, people are just
Wow.
saying, "Oh, I like to do this. Oh, I'm a
Wow.
handyman. Oh, I can fix this." Or, I know how to do this. I'm just gonna call me up. No, we need to make sure that we're operating. We need to make sure that we are operating in decency and in order. And so those are some of the key things that I do. Not only that, we know that there are a lot of there is funding out there for people, be it nonprofit or for profit. One of the things, my specialty is because I've worked in nonprofit settings, I worked in private settings, and I worked in the public setting, meaning working for the government, state and federal government. And people oftentimes want to know, how can they tap into those fundings that are available in those particular outfits? And so, even though I'm not the one who will actually seek out grants for you or those proposals, but if you find one and you need somebody to help you write the proposal, write the grant, or make sure that write the response to a request for proposal that may be put out by the government or the state or federal government, I am your person that can help you. However, even before you do that, you need to make sure that you're registered.
Yeah.
What really put people out of the running, their business not even registered. So you can't even present your business, your skill, your knowledge to any of those platforms if you're not registered. So those are some of the things that I will help. And as well as, we know that we just want to get off and run. But my thing is, you really need to make sure that you write everything, your business vision down, and having a business plan to me is very key, because that's your blueprint to your business. If you don't have a blueprint, you don't know where you're going.
I agree.
And so you want to make sure that you really sit down, and that's where the strategy comes in. That's where the planning comes in, is that, you're making sure that you put down things on paper in an organized fashion. And so that you can always know what you're supposed to be doing and really working towards those goals and objectives that you want to achieve.
Wow,
that's amazing. Because we say all the time, Manisa and I, as we talking, we have our mastermind and private planning, strategic planning sessions.
Absolutely.
And we talk about, just how people may often hear us say, mass activity don't equal productivity. So you can be caught just doing a lot of different things, almost like in a hamster wheel, and really not making any traction, really don't have any evident result that what you're doing is bringing in results or even bringing in revenue, So as your business help individuals organize their state of mind, as I would say, and put it down in writings, what are some of the things with your business that you find most people, when they come to you, that they lack?
Wow, that's a good one.
Organization, really, and just clear direction on where they want to go. One of the things, because there's so much information out there, I call it the shiny object syndrome. Everybody's just grabbing, oh, that seems like the next best thing to do. That's the best thing. But see, every time you get distracted from what you really want to do, you get nothing. You're not accomplishing anything. So I really believe wholeheartedly, and I know that it is also backed up in the Word of God, is that you have to write down your vision so that it can be plain, so that whenever whoever comes behind you can run with it. And
Oh, that
so,
sounds like Kabaku too.
There
Come
there
on
you
now.
go.
Come on now. Come on now. She knows. She
There
said,
you
"Say it,
go.
because that is that's
Your
probably my
go-to?
mantra." Yes. Yes.
And
Wow.
so, just, people, they think they know what they really want to do. But once you sit down and talk things through with them, some people are clear and some people are like, oh, I never thought about that. Oh, I really, didn't think about that. And so just helping people really think through the process of operating their business in the right manner.
Yeah, I just appreciate that so much because out there, I mean, the comments are going crazy. Somebody says, "Yep, they repeating us on write the vision." They saying, "I need to get up on that business fund and I need to get my stuff together." And that's really what it is. That we are for women in business, but we want to make sure that we are doing it right. And you said it in decency and order and excellence. That we are showing you how to properly organize it so that you can get that funding. I've seen so many people not have a bank account, not have things in order. And now you're letting them know, like, you're that person that they can contact. And one, I want to say we're so excited to have you as an Opulent Lady Business Association member, because man, you have gotten us pretty much to this point. Like, so it's out there. If nobody knew, it's not a secret. We thank you for helping us, helping Janika start the plan, starting to write it down and really putting some things in order. So I'm just hoping, I'm going to put this out there, to have started with Janika and then see this collaboration. What do you feel? Because you were in the background, a part of this. Look at that smile. Like, what
on my back? That's what
how do you feel to see it manifested on a level that wasn't even like kind of seen in the beginning? Like, how do you feel about that? That was just extra right now. Yeah. So I just threw that out there.
Well, I'm going to say this. I saw the vision a long time ago. And I go a long way back with both of you, and I already knew, I saw the greatness in the two of you. Mahisa, and you and I have years and years and years and years together. Yes. And Jonika, we have years and years. But it's like, I just feel like you all are my little nieces, and I'm so proud of you all that you've come this far and that you stayed focused, because there's so many things that have happened in your lives, but you guys stay committed and you stay focused on what needs to be done. And I'm so happy and so proud that you two are where you are. And I know that there are just great things ahead for the Opulent Lady Association. Hold on, did I miss something? Opulent Business Lady Association. There we go.
Opulent Lady. Don't forget we the Opulent Lady first. Come on now. Opulent Lady Business Association. Yes, look it out.
OLBA.
Oh, I gotta give that shout out. Hey. Yes. It's exciting to hear you say that, because it many people who don't know us kind of think that this thing just popped up off of a commercial or something, or like this was an overnight, wonder, or one hit wonder, or how people may say it, but they don't understand. This is talking about anywhere between 10, 15, 20 years. The vision when it started is 20 years in the making. And like you said, these last couple of years, these last good 3-4 years of really narrowing it down and focusing through the wire, through the distractions, through the life, through the darts, through the sickness, and staying focused. So it's just it just warms my heart to hear you say that, because you right there for us, and and you've seen the struggle. So it's just,
Yeah.
man.
And for me, I think as my amazing partner just said, I'm sitting here thinking it's one thing to travel a journey, but it's another thing to travel a journey with amazing, authentic people.
That's what Angela Brand
who
said.
genuinely love you.
Yes.
And so when the movement it becomes for real. You understand?
Mhm.
So being able to be there through those ups and downs and go into the no judgment zone. Because it's one thing to build relationships but it's another thing to really build good, solid relationships that
Mhm.
goes way beyond what people see on the surface, right?
Absolutely.
So those days where I may not have felt good, cramps, all kinds of stuff, I had someone who had tough love, which come in the form of my mental motivator, like, girl, get up, what are you doing? And there was times where, I had to take that bleeding heart away, and I had to say, this is all love.
Yes.
And so we talked, I think it was just earlier on the actual live I did earlier, I said behind the heart there's a business. And sometimes we forget that. So when you do have people that can say, I'm gonna take this hat off and I'm gonna sit down and have a conversation with you, this conversation going to be real. So don't get emotional on me right now,
And don't take it personal.
Right? So I think listening to what he says, saying you've been there for both of us,
Yes.
and Lord knows she's been there for me. Like, girl, you're gonna get up and
we got to do this.
do
We got
something.
work to do.
Like what we doing. So we don't allow each other to give up in spite of, right?
In spite of.
Because you're going to deal with the world. Life shows up. People shows
I
up.
agree.
Things happen.
I agree.
But that's what the connection is about. And that's what OLBA is about. So as Angela just said, our communication, we stand on that because even now, part of our system that we have in place is to constantly work on our communication. So our member services, our coordinator, our communication coordinator, it's like, hey, call and check on so-and-so.
Yeah.
Just a check-in, accountability check-in.
Man.
So yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So Veronica, you are this amazing strategist and you've helped so many women throughout these years. I mean, some of them I know, can't imagine how far you've gone. I just think people really need to know. I'm so grateful that people really know what you do, because I know it's so many women out there who need this. And to the women who's watching, whether you're on Facebook, wherever you are, don't be afraid. Stop thinking about numbers and just pick up the phone and contact or email or reach out. And she's going to give her information in a little bit, because Angela Brand started it off that she was in a place that she was ready to invest and take her business to the next level. So that's what she said. And that's the real part about it. So for those of you out there watching, if you are truly ready to take your business to the next level, I think this is the woman that you need to be contacting. If you're not sure if your stuff is in order, do you have the right paperwork? Are you able to go for funding? No matter what your business is, Veronica, how would someone contact you?
Sure. So there are several ways that you can contact me. First, I do have a website, and it's www.e50solutions.com, where if you go to visit that page, there is a section where you can send an inquiry and I will respond back to you. Second, you can always call me here at my office at 410-970-2824. That is my office number. And of course, we're also mobile. I do have a mobile number, and that is 410-868-2796. And if you'd like to just write, I do have an email address, and it's simply veronica.black@e50solutions.com.
Wow. Well,
and the amazing thing, Opulent Lady Business Association, we have a director.
Yes, and she's on a directory. She
and
is
I'm on that
a valued
directory,
member
yes.
of Opulent Lady Business Association. So I'm gonna make sure I put that information inside of the chat on Facebook. But if you did not get it and you didn't grab it on Facebook, you can go on to www. How many W did I say? www. Okay, I did say 3. All right. OpulentLadyVA.com. Go right to our directory, go right to our bank, and you're gonna see her information right there. That's where you can grab her information from just as well. You're one of our valued members. Before we let you go, just let them know, or anyone who's watching and thinking about joining, how do you believe we can be an asset to E50 Solution?
So we all know that I believe in the old proverbs that says it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise good entrepreneurs as well. And the Opulent Lady Business Association is that village that can help all of us build and grow as we continue on our journey. So the asset to OLBA, I did it again. OLBA.
We all doing this.
I'm sorry. Opulent. Maybe I should just say Opulent Lady Business Association is, we are a community. That's the asset. The asset is the community. And in that community, you will find tons of resources, skills, a listening ear, great support, great encouragement. And that's what you need to really get yourself moving and doing what you want, what God has called you to do. But one of the things I also want to just add to you ladies is that, and gentlemen who are listening, one of the other things that I am very passionate about is because I've always had this desire to make sure that businesses run and are successful, especially small businesses, because that's my passion. I have recently become a part of the National Association for Small Business, the National Small Business Association, sorry about that. And what that will do for you is that, a lot of times there are laws and regulations that are passed on Capitol Hill, and we, especially the minority population, really don't understand what's going on, aren't privy to the information, or get information late. And so one of the things that I will be committed to do to serve in the small business community is to brief you all on that information that affects the small businesses. Like, of course, when all of the money came out for under the COVID stuff, most of our communities learned about it very late, or they just did not know where to go.
That's very true.
To kind of maneuver their way through all of the paperwork and processes.
Yeah.
So if you are, I'm not a lawyer. However, I am connected to a lot of people who help shape those policies and processes. And so if you're trying to finagle your way through some stuff that you may have learned about, laws or regulation that are, affecting small business. I know a lot of things that are happening. The big thing now is just access to capital. Okay. And so I would just say, stay tuned, visit me on Tea Time with Ms. V, where I will be dropping some information about future funding activities, or, future funding opportunities that will be coming down to small businesses. So,
wow. Woo, that's a lot. I can't wait. Tea Time with Ms. V. So, you've heard it here. Make sure you follow her on Facebook, Instagram, E50 Solutions, Veronica Black, Tea Time with Ms. V. You're going to get these nuggets that you can't get from other places. And this is like the greatest place to get it from. I'm so honored to have you, because everything, I go back to our motto, wise women win because wise women work together. Yes, and the more information that you gain is the more that it is also beneficial to us. Absolutely. And I want everyone to know that you said it, it's a community. So, you know, what we have to give and you have to give, we give it to each other, and we build and we give it out, especially to our members. So again, I'm honored to have you as an Opulent Lady Business Association member. Man, I'm just happy. I thank you for your time.
And I look forward to traveling
Woo!
this entrepreneurship journey along your side.
Yes.
Thank
you
you
so much for joining us.
You're welcome. And I want to
Thank
just leave
you.
one last thing with the ladies. I just want to say, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to start in order to become great.
Come on. Woo! What a
Jump in the
great
race.
way. What a great way to end that segment. Man, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Veronica, for joining us. Stay tuned for her and so much more with Opulent Lady Business Association. I'll make sure I put your information inside of the chat. And you have an amazing evening. Thank you for sacrificing time. Thank you for being a valued member.
You're welcome. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are enjoying your treats today. Man, is there anything you want to say before I bring up our next guest, which is it's going to be Miss Felicia, but anything you need to say before then?
No, I don't. I am enjoying the vibe. Again, we are sitting here at the executive loft, and you see that we are wearing our amazing shirts. We will be sharing the source of our apparel. And we're just so excited. There's so many amazing things going on. So I am ready to bring her up.
I am too. I'm going to go ahead and add that spotlight so that we can go ahead and see this beauty over here.
Mhm.
And
at
in
that
the
background behind her.
meantime,
Look.
yes,
Look at
yes,
that background.
yes. In the
She always got
meantime,
correct. Look at that.
yes. And you can go ahead and
So let me introduce you. Well, actually, how we do here at Outlet Attraction, we're all about how you introduce yourself. But we like to first do a proper introduction of just saying that this is Felicia McCoy, right? So we have so many great things to say about Felicia McCoy. First and foremost, she is not only a member, but she's an executive team member of Outlet Lady Business Association. So we're just ecstatic just to have her as part of the team, but also to watch her blossom in her business has been nothing short of amazing. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this interview, right?
I'm telling you. So we want to know who you are, Miss Felicia, and tell us a little bit about your business, the name, and what do you do?
Well, good evening, everybody. Good morning, good evening, ladies, especially
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here this evening. My business is, one is called Custom Creation Bling with Paparazzi, and the other is The Real McCoy Services LLC, which encompasses coaching, doula, herbs, and training.
Amazing.
Wow.
Now, how did we know that you're brilliant and pulling things together and making it fit in your world so that you're able to impact the world. Give us that journey. How did you come up with not just the doula, but also the herbs? What was your inspiration behind your business?
Thank you for asking that. Well, first of all, the doula work started over 20 years ago. I was working at an organization called Baltimore Healthy Start.
Wow.
And where I first met Janika years and years ago, where I worked with women. God showed me that women couldn't succeed because they lacked self-esteem. And Janika, no, I was there at that time as the life planning counselor. I was there to prepare women to go to work, basically, and she was to get them jobs. And I learned that so many women struggle with their self-esteem. They couldn't even figure out what am I good at, let alone to get a job. So I began doing workshops on self-esteem because I saw that then that self-esteem was the crux that kept women from going forward whether it was work, whether it was being a mom and being a good mom and believing they were a good mom, but also in business, in life. I was that young girl who saw, struggled with her self-esteem. And I had no one to show me. So I knew God showed me that self-esteem was the thing that they needed in order to propel them to go forward. At that time, God showed me that I was called to be a spiritual midwife. And I didn't understand what that meant. In fact, I was trying to leave Healthy Start after that time. And God said, no, you can stay right here. Because he said, look around you. And we were working with women that were either in welfare to work or they had children and they were trying to go back to work when you would work with. And I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. And he said, yes, I called you to be a spiritual midwife. I said, okay, God, I understand. I'm called to encourage women to be great. I get that. But it was later on, while I was still at Healthy Start as a case manager, I was working with pregnant women. And I said, God, okay, how do these two things correlate? And he said, it correlates. And later on, I learned that I had been working as a doula all along, because a doula in itself is just a coach. And, generally, a doula is coaching a woman through her pregnancy until she delivers the baby and beyond. And God said, yeah, you're going to be doing exactly that, coaching women from in their spiritual walk to delivering their spiritual babies, as well as in the physical, delivering live babies.
Wow.
And the herbs came in because my grandmother was an herbalist. Didn't know what it was called, didn't know anything. All I knew is that when we got sick, we went to grandma. She went in her kitchen, in the backyard, and pulled some things out of the ground. And I had always been that person in my family.
She pulled some things out the ground. Come on.
Out the ground. And all my family members, once my grandmother passed away, would come to me and say, well, what do I take for this? And I said, well, what are your symptoms? What's going on? And fast forward, a few years ago, I took an herbalist class. And in the herbalist class, I realized that I had been doing this thing all along. Just didn't have a name for it. I just thought I was taking care of my family. See, that's all a part of what we do as women. We take care of our family, but because of our self-esteem or lack of knowledge or what have you, we don't put those things together, and we don't understand the totality of what God may really be trying to do in our lives.
Yes.
And I know part of my God-given gift is healing. And so herbs, healing, coaching, self-esteem, all of that goes together, because I know, simply put, is that I'm called to encourage women and push them to their destiny.
Wow. I don't even know what to say after that. Because I love how you talked about things coming together. And that's one thing we talk about when there's women who are multi-entrepreneurs or multipreneurs, is as we call it, who have multiple businesses or more than one business, and how it all comes together. It's all under one umbrella. It's all connected to each other. And that's an amazing way. And to hear, I don't even think, Felicia, I knew that much about that journey of all of these years of how it all came together. So I'm just excited to hear more about it, about this journey of coming into this business. And then on top of that, you make pretty people beautiful with the paparazzi. So that's that's the little icing on the cake. Okay, that's how I'm like, yeah, she take them from the self-esteem, then she go ahead and let them birth the baby, or they birth in the business, and then she make them look beautiful while they're going out to the world. I don't made up your whole little thing now. Yeah.
I used to walk in the room as Felicia prepared these women for their next destiny journey. And I used to be in so much at awe of how you can look in their face and see the transition, because when you're working with certain populations, it's not easy to get them in, right? It's not easy for them to show up. And Felicia always had 4 attendants.
Wow.
And it just blew my mind how they would come and you can see the light bulb. And I will always say that it's something when you can impact a world in such a way, when you could just basically show love based on just being gentle and being kind and educating. Everybody don't want to walk around in a world of lack, right? Everybody don't want to walk around feeling despair and broken and all of these things. Some people, as we would say, become the product of their environment, but the main thing, they learn how to function in all their dysfunction. So they go around just surviving. And we were in a community of survivors. So I would say to Felicia all the time, Felicia, you just have an amazing gift. And I didn't know back then, and she didn't know what that gift was, but I was so amazed to see the transition on these women faces from, some of the most impoverished areas in Baltimore City, and they will come there faithfully, right? And so I had to work with them after, right?
Yeah.
So if you see now, you see how it goes. I was a job developer for years. So hence a business matchmaker, right?
Right?
If you think about it, you see how your gifts
That
will make
full
room.
circle. Your gifts will make room for you if you trust it. And for those who are watching, believe me, we did not plan who was coming up on these interviews. They were able to pick their days on when they was going to be interviewed. And as you hear us talk about it, as we continue with Felicia, that these are women of God. These are women who are not afraid to tell you about this story, not afraid to tell you about the journey, not afraid to tell you about them being open to what God had already placed inside of you. I go back to Angela, the fire, the flame that were within you, and it takes us to be able to recognize them.
Accepting the assignment. Accepting. And listen, ladies,
I'm excited.
Accepting the assignment with not even having all the tools at the time, with not even having a full understanding or the full vision of what the assignment is. Because once you accept it, God, listen, He already prepared you. And He has already made provision, and He has already assembled the team, the disciples, as I would say.
Let me go back to what Veronica just said. We have Veronica Black on right before you, and she ended by saying, pretty much you can't be great, and please forgive me if I don't say it right, but you can't be great without starting, but you need to start in order to be great.
Absolutely.
Something in that analogy, and that's something I'm going to be talking about this week. On my motivation. I'm probably going to do Tactical Tuesdays or Worry Free Wednesdays about you just got to get started. You just got to get started. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to get started. Press the start button and watch God do what He needs to do. So, man, I'm just so excited.
I have to share this real quick. I have to, Felicia, if you allow me to share this, because this is what's coming through my spirit now. So Felicia was a case manager, and she ended up rising to the level of directorship there at that company, at that organization, right? Most people would have risen to that level and just assumed that that's what God has for them.
And stay there.
And stay there, right? And stay there, because here I am. I started off this way. And now I'm up. I am now the director of this establishment, right? And so what if? And I'm telling you, so I know I'm talking to somebody out there. You have elevated in your position, but that's not it. That's not it. Like, God has a bigger assignment for you. So there are people who have elevated, and God has taken them to another level. And what they do, they look out where they at. They look at, oh, my finances changed. They look at the title. She could have easily said, I'm now the director of Baltimore. I'm done.
So
I'm going to retire from
And
here.
that wasn't
But
it.
that wasn't it.
That wasn't
God
it.
had a different calling for her life, right?
Wow.
And you can't be afraid to accept that calling.
That's where we leave you at, Felicia. You weren't afraid. Tell us about that.
That in itself is powerful. But God showed me that was a part of the journey. That wasn't the full why. That wasn't the end of the journey. God had more in me. Last year, in the middle of this pandemic, I was dealing with some things on the job, and I didn't understand it. And God said, the time is now. It's time to leave. It's time to step out on faith. And I had dealt with a variety of things on the job for the 20 years I was there. And I said, God, but why now? In the middle of a pandemic? Why now? And he said, because I said now.
Wow.
And you got to step out on faith. You got to know that you're doing this because what I called you to do. It's not about when you get the call to go, it's not about being comfortable. It's about knowing who the creator is and the provider. And so my creator and my provider told me it was time to go because I had more work to do. And the time was now. Time now, step out on faith. Faith doesn't come by seeing, hearing, it comes by doing and believing. And I knew what I believed in. It was just time for me to step into that direction by faith. Because faith, it's nothing if you say, oh, I have faith, but you never do anything. If you just say, okay, I have these gifts, but you do nothing with those gifts, then you just have those gifts. They aren't used or exercised.
Yes.
But they needed to be exercised to their max. And he wanted me to be able to have the freedom to be able to go into hospitals, to go into homes, to work with you ladies, to work with other organizations, and to be able to set my own schedule and be able to say what thus saith the Lord. When you work for an organization, you got to go according to their rules. But when you work for God, you go according to his rules. And
that's a word. And I know we're gonna elaborate more, Felicia. We can't wait to bring you back where we could really have a real conversation about business and being a Christian woman and just following the vision that you said, that sometimes we don't know the why. And I guess, those who are watching now, you understand why she is our outreach coordinator, the Opulent Lady Business Association outreach coordinator, because that's what she does. Community is her thing. She's been working with women for many, many years. And for me, it's just an honor to have her as an asset to this business, because it's not about you working for us, you work with us. And that's the difference. And so I'm just excited. So coming on, as an executive leader and having a business and all of the above, how did you feel that joining us on that level could be an asset maybe to you or to your business?
Wow. Well, I think that's a no-brainer. You all do amazing, amazing work with women, and you do amazing work with women from all kinds of backgrounds. Just being connected with that is an asset to any woman in business. Whether you're at the very beginning stages of a business, or you are you're in a more developed state in your business, you can add to it on so many levels. And being a part of the Opulent Lady Business Association, man, it's setting my world on fire. I've always loved Janika, and I love you, Mahita, as well. Just being a part of this and being connected to you ladies continues to remind me that I got to keep pushing. I got to keep striving, keep growing, not giving up. I mean, every time I hear Janika online, she's saying, you got 300, you got 35, 65 seconds.
You got 4 minutes and 59 seconds away. Don't you give up.
Don't you give up. And then I hear Mahisa say, I'm your mental motivator.
Come on now.
Like, okay, what do I got to do now? Where do I need to jump in on this? Connected with that is everything in and of itself. You know, whether, like I said, whether you're a baby in business or whether you're a senior in business, this is one of the networks I think every woman should be a part of. Why? Because it's greatness, it's growing. You know, God is here, you know, and wherever God is, that's where I want to be.
Come on now.
I think that in itself says more than enough.
Woo! Thank
Man.
you. We so appreciate you for all that you do. And we're looking forward to traveling this entrepreneurship journey with you
Yes.
through that roller coaster, because we know it's a roller coaster. But when you on that roller coaster with some dope women of fun,
Yes, we on this
the
ride.
cheering, the screaming,
Together.
the yelling, and all of that. So,
Ah.
you know, we can only learn from each
Yes.
other, you know. So even when you make mistakes, the mistakes don't feel so rough
They don't.
because you're learning with individuals
Like
who understand it,
Yes.
right? And there's no judgment zone. So we can look at each other and say, it may not be today, but girl, you got things to do tomorrow,
Thank you. It
right?
didn't work out today.
Yes.
What we doing tomorrow? We playing cards. We going to have class. We going to dinner. It's not that's the girl. Get up,
Get
girl.
up.
Get up. Yes. Felicia, you talked about being a doula and helping women do coaching and birthing not only businesses but self-esteem and birthing real babies, live babies. How would everyone get in contact with you?
You can contact me at teerealmccoy@gmail.com, or you can contact me by phone through phone or text at 443-402-5544, or you can reach me through my online website at https://bit.ly/3UXHCUU.
Woo. Well, you heard it here. We're going to make sure we get that information right here underneath this live. It's being streamed live. It'll be on the YouTube page. We'll make sure that all the information is there.
Absolutely.
Felicia, we are so honored to have you not only as a member, but as an executive leader of this association. I just want them to stay tuned for the work that you will be doing in the community with women. So again, if you're out there, you don't heard from whether you are starting with Girl on Fire, whether you're trying to strategically plan your business, and now you're talking about someone who's going to help you see it through. So we want to make sure that you're following her. Follow Felicia, the real McCoy. She gave her information, and if you missed it, guess what? Guess where they can find it? Where can they find it?
Listen, on the virtual wall, the Opulent Lady page. Yes, we have a virtual wall. Please take a look at our amazing business owners, so many different establishments and industries. Just stroll on down and make the connect.
Yes, we thank you so much. I just want to give a shout out to Joyce, and to those who are Crystal and Hazel, and those who are watching, Lauren, and let me see, that's Lullabelle. Those who are watching on Facebook, they out there, they're watching, and they want to get to know. We want the world to get to know who our members are, because our members are dope.
I mean, so dope.
They're
right?
dope, and
I
you're
just
dope.
crush on them.
Man.
I know people like it. She posts one more. Yeah, I try to catch her in.
Yes,
Oh.
you do. Yes, she does. She's capturing it all. So Felicia, we just thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the amazing work. And don't forget, y'all, okay, out there, she also is the bling lady, okay? So you know where to find your bling at. Look at her, got her bling on all the time. I don't think I've probably ever seen her without any bling on. So we just thank you so much, Felicia, for everything that you're doing. And we look forward to the amazing work that you're going to do with our association.
And by the way, I want to also add, Felicia, you look amazing.
Yes, you do.
With your, what is it, Ladies Association, Ladies of Baltimore.
Ladies League of Baltimore, yes.
Ladies
Another
Yes.
organization
Baltimore.
that I'm connected with.
Listen,
Okay, well,
we celebrate them.
We celebrate
love
them,
it.
and we celebrate
love it.
you.
Amazing. Shout out to all of those women. Y'all was in Detroit doing a major
Yes.
thing. And that's what we are about.
You know what? You just said it, and I know we gotta let you go, but you just said it right there. Who we stand for. You can be a part of other associations, and we celebrate you and all the amazing work that you do. It's not about just being a part of this association. You find the associations and the groups that benefit you, and you benefit them. You should never be the smartest one or the biggest one at the table. We should always be growing. So to those ladies, we can't wait to join you all, okay, on the next trip or whatever we got going on, because again, we work together. And so tell the ladies, we honor you. We've seen those pictures. I can't wait to blast them all over the Opulent Lady Business Association, okay, because we're going to put something on the website.
Girl, they was
okay,
stopping
that
traffic.
was okay. Okay, bring that love on here. Let them know we love you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Thank
See
you.
you.
All right.
Good evening.
All right.
Yes, so
Woo.
amazing.
We got
so many
one
dope
more.
women
Yes,
all
so
around.
many.
I love it. I love it. I mean, it just feels so good, because there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that have people, this still is mental health.
Yeah,
month,
it is. It really
and depression is at all-time high. And we got to do a better job at loving on each other. We talk about that a lot, Vanessa, and we talk to each other every day just to do a check-in and make sure that we're not allowing our private thoughts to win.
Oh, don't talk about
that's
private
hard.
thoughts.
That's hard
Don't
not to
you
let
talk
them
about
win.
those
So
private thoughts.
we do a lot to work on that and to work on ourselves, right? We talk a lot about, no, we're not perfect, but we want to be perfectly at peace. And that's work.
Yes, I agree.
Work.
I agree. Well, I'm just excited to be here. I just tell you, I really am, to have these interviews, and we see this beautiful face on the screen already. There was no need to wait at all, as we introduce to you another amazing
Here we go.
opulent.
Here we go.
So that's where we at. That's where we at. Another amazing Opulent Lady Business Association that is doing her thing. And I'm gonna add this before Janika, because I know we both love this lady. But she's also a part of other organizations of women who are doing the thing. So for us, it's just an added piece, and we're just honored to have her. So I'm just gonna say, we bring it to the stage. If you don't see her already, we have Miss Nordine Jackson Mason with us, an Opulent Lady Business Association member, a valued member, and we're just happy to have you.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. I was just telling Mahisa, I think it was a day ago, I said, we gotta call her to see. She was at this empowerment brunch. And we love that.
Yes.
We look for empowerment, right? We were so like,
I really think we look for the food more than we look. No, I'm just joking.
like, okay,
Understand that. It was really good. We was looking too.
Yeah. So it is awesome to see that you're out there in the community supporting and giving back and connecting with amazing women, amazing people. So we want to know about you. Tell us about your business and your journey. Bring us into your world.
Woo. So when I picked my slot, I had no idea that I was going to get the information that I got today. So it's a blessing in itself to be on this slot, because the women before me, so amazing, and everything they said, it just resonates. It just makes me feel good. It warms my heart to know that I'm associated with like-minded women and women that are doing things that are, they're filled with the Holy Ghost, and just God has planted this in them, and they are just doing things and motivating other women like myself, because I'm new in business, and I wanted to surround myself with people who are doing things that are motivating women to do positive things, and people always, we can't alone, but when you started the networking, it was the best thing that ever happened to me, and for my business. I guess I should tell y'all what I do. So I am the owner and creator of NJ Creations, and I do home decor, wreaths, door hangers. I'm about to add a new line of journals. So I'm starting to do some things, but I'm just so excited about the women and how they are so genuine. You know, I have not come in contact with any fake people or people pretending. You know, everybody is really sincere and want to help, you know, with your journey on your business. I mean, and the networking is just out of this world. And now being a part of the OLBA, it's just like, you know, it's just so many people doing so many things. There's no reason to go somewhere else, because you know, you can just go in the directory and find so many people.
Man, that's what we're here for. I mean, you said it, you know, everything is about being a part of a community and networking and being around like-minded. But I think what got me was the genuine part. One, I want to say thank you for being honest, because you said, I haven't been around no fake people. And it's real. It's real. That's a real conversation that we get into areas where people feel like you have to compete or you have to bring yourself up or you have to pretend you have this. And I don't know about you, but I know I've been there several times, and I'll tell somebody that you're going to get the same when he's on a Sunday that you're going to get on a Friday, that you're going to get on a Monday.
Right.
And I didn't say she's perfect, and she is a mess.
Right.
Okay. But, you know, that's what we stand on, being real. But you said genuine.
Yeah.
Every woman that I have encountered just wants to help each other, and it's a genuine help. You know, as somebody said to me earlier, well, Dad, you just gave me all the information. You know, I had a phone call recently, and that's what she said, like, well, thank you for giving me that information, because somebody else wouldn't have gave it to me. And so I appreciate you for saying that. That's a whole nother podcast. But look, how did you journey out to knowing that you had this gift to be creative with these, you know, with what you do?
The crazy part is I never thought I was creative. That's the crazy part. I started because, like most people during the pandemic, I was working a job that I was not happy at. I was in a warehouse, and I took advantage of leaving when I'll just say it, you know, it is what it is. When I was trying to get out of it, but financially I couldn't find a way out. And when they said we could go home if you feel threatened, and I only needed one, so I had one of the symptoms. So I was like, you know what, I'll take a break. I've been working all my life, and I'm gonna take a break and try to figure out what I want to do.
Yes.
So I started crafting because I wanted to we had bought wreaths, but I wanted to do something different for the house, and I didn't feel like paying all that money. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me go and see, you know, I started watching YouTube. So let me see what I can put together. So I put something together, and my daughter's friends started liking it. A couple people asked about it. And then my daughter said to me, Mom, why don't you do this as a business? And I'm like, oh, what? And that's pretty much how I birthed. But I never thought that I was creative. I mean, you know, I could put some things together, a couple colors and stuff. But I don't know where it came from. I'm assuming that this was God's way of telling me, you did the right thing stepping out. Now I'm gonna give you something so you can work with and try to go from there. So
I mean,
I had to step out of the safe also.
Yeah.
Talk a lot about eliminating the distractions.
Eliminating the distractions and walking out on faith, going from distracted to directed. You know, for those who are listening, I have a workbook on my website, but going from distracted to directed, and that's what it sounds like. Like, though we sit in these positions and we sit in there because we're financially stable and we're afraid to walk away, but yet he gave you an option. You know, sometimes he'll discipline us, and that's a whole nother way, because I know I'm going to want to bring you ladies back for like a full segment to really talk about this realness. But we went from people with 20 years to now we're talking about pandemic entrepreneur who had an opportunity. So everybody thinks like, oh, I've been in business for 50 years and you're doing it. You utilize that time.
Yeah, you're betting on you. You're betting on you. And people don't understand that once you start to bet on you, God will unveil it all, right? So you bet it on you. And just to hear that you leverage that opportunity that was there. because all he wants you to do is get started,
Yes.
right?
Right,
You can't
right.
win a race if you don't enter the race. And you don't even have
That's
the
exactly.
opportunity
Yeah.
to win a race if you aren't even a contender in the race. And you're standing on the sideline watching everybody else race. And then
That's
giving
why it
them
was so
advice
real.
on how to run.
Yes.
Right, right. You're right.
So-
That's why it was so
so-
real when she said earlier. Because if you don't get in it, you know, if you keep saying I'm gonna, and never get started, you're never gonna know where you could be if you don't get started.
You know what? I remember we had a mid-month mixer, and this is an example of ladies who are watching and gentlemen who are watching of the realness of connectivity. And I was meeting up with another OLB member, and at this time, OLBA wasn't established. It was in the workings, but we didn't put it out there yet. And I had met up with her in Aberdeen at Denny's, and we were sitting there talking. And she said, "Hey, I'm waiting for somebody who's bringing me some my order." And we sitting there eating, and here you come walking in. And so you came walking in, and we sitting there, and I turned around, was like, "No, it ain't," you know. And that filled my heart up, because this is what we mean when we say connectivity. This is what we mean when we say building a relationship that's way beyond. Like Mahisa and myself, we had no idea that you had met with Deronda, and she had purchased from you. You know, we're patronizing each other. We're helping each other grow, and we're helping each other. And what that does, that just builds on our confidence, because you probably had no idea that from the event she was going to call and say, "Have a place to order." Right? She didn't need to see other things you had, and that she just knew, because you were in the environment that needs some good women. I'm gonna go ahead and order.
Man.
Yeah. And that's how it was. We sat at the table at the mid-month mixer, and we exchanged information. And she was like, "I'm gonna get in touch with you. I'm gonna call you." And I said, "Okay." You know, and we all know people say that all the time and never really follow up. But when she called me, and I had no idea the day that she wanted to meet with me, that she would meet you. She told me she was having a business meeting, but I didn't know it was you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes.
You touched on so many things, and again, you might not even realize your realness. You said somebody said they're gonna call you, and you're like, okay, okay, we being respectful. I just met you. It's this beautiful woman. Thank you. And we don't even look, we don't even look at it anymore, because we've been there so many times. We've been there so many times that we just kind of it just kind of blows behind us. And when you get that phone call, I'm just grateful that you were open and you were ready. You weren't getting ready. You weren't learning how to accept it. You were open to that phone call, and you were ready, because you stepped out. This woman you had not known, and you're like, "Hey, let's do this," because he had already shown you what he had in store for you. And that right there is a story in itself.
Yes. We talked about what the Opulent Attraction podcast was going to be about. And we talked about the cultivation of productive relationship. And you are the epitome of that. Cultivating
Thank you.
productive
You
relationships.
really are.
And so we thank you. We thanking you for joining OLBA. We thanking you for entrusting us. And we also thank you, and I want everybody to hear this, for giving us the benefit of the doubt. Like, and let me say what I mean when I say this, right? We are not claiming to be a perfect organization. You notice that we're picking and choosing our words carefully. We are a growing organization. That's different. We're open to suggestions. We're open to learn. We're open to build and to grow. We're open, right? So this is what helps us as an organization start to build a solid foundation, because the foundation of the organization is built on being open to receive.
I agree.
Being open to learn, and being gentle to each other. So when I say the benefit of the doubt, this is when we go back to saying there is a heart behind being entrepreneurship. There's a business behind it, right?
Yeah.
But also
Mhm.
being genuine with each other,
Yes.
being considerate with each other, and being understanding with each other, not
Yeah.
assuming. Because a lot of times what happens when we assume things as people without having these conversations, right? Without really sitting down and getting to know each other, then sometimes what happens, we curse ourselves and we miss the blessings.
And we
And
ain't
I-
missing no
And we
blessing.
not. So I count it all in
Right.
joy that I can sit down and have a conversation with a Nordine
I agree.
and just talk about where we are today, not where we were, let this
Years
happen
ago.
and that, where
Right.
we are, and say, let's work together and let's build.
Let's build.
Let's do that. And that's what I mean with
Yes.
saying the benefit of the doubt. Because you sat there and you were respectful to, when he said myself, we were respectful to you and we were listening to where you are right now and where you want to go. And then we sit and say, you know what, how can we come together and make this happen for all of us?
And
It
that's
was
where-
mutually
Right.
beneficial.
And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm going with you right now, Nordine, is when you made that decision to say, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. You know, whether you knew both of us or you knew the integrity of Janika or myself, what made you press that button and say, you know what, I'm gonna give them the benefit. I want to give this a try.
So for me, like I said, I wanted to surround myself with like-minded women. I felt the energy from coming to the mid-month mixers before, COVID stopped everything. Everybody was getting along, everybody was talking to each other, everybody was mingling. I just didn't feel any reason not to. And because I'll say it, I'm the baby of the bunch, you know what I mean? Most people have been doing their business a long time, I want to learn, and I want to be in an environment where people are not afraid to tell. Like you said earlier, some people don't want to share what they know because they don't want you to know what they know.
Yeah.
What I mean? And some people, unfortunately, are still in that position where they okay with you doing okay as long as you're not doing more than they are doing, And I don't see that. I have not seen that. So, that's what made me push the button. And then to have, for the membership to have all that is involved in the membership, just to be connected, to say, hey, I can call XYZ. Let me go on the directory. I can call XYZ and say, hey, look, I'm an OLBA. Lady, what can you do for me? Like you do XYZ. I would rather work with you than, just find somebody, on Facebook or whatever,
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like you just really hit on when you talked about all the things that were involved. And one thing I'm going to throw out there, I'm going to say, and if you ever see something that does not represent who we are within this organization, please, as a member, as an outsider, we need to know, because what you just said is what we stand on. The genuine, the being able to share, the collaboration, the no competition, all of the above makes a big difference to us. And so again, I say that to you as a member, and if you ever see it, because that's the reason why you joined, because of what you felt. And if at any point you feel something is not there, we want to make sure that you let us know. And I just wanted to put that out there because that really touched my heart. And I loved how you said that I can pick up the phone, because you can. You can pick up the phone at any time to any member and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. What can we do together? Hey, this is what I need. And I'm coming to you, because I'm going straight to the directory first. And that's a perk, is that we refer and we go within our organization. And that's why we're growing globally.
Yeah,
Man.
And that's so beautiful, because even today, we had a member who text both of us, like looking for another member they haven't heard from, and they like check in.
Yes.
Like, have y'all talked to her?
Yes. And
so we had to reach out.
Real. And that was real.
Right,
That was
right.
member saying, hey, I reached out to so-and-so and she didn't answer twice. And it was like, whoa. And then we didn't even know that was a part of the perk. Because then we were like, well, let's reach out to her. We didn't even go find her. And we learned. Yeah, it was hilarious, because we were like, whoa, okay, twice, because we know this person answers. And like you said, pick up the phone, we're answering. And, she happened to be out of town. And so she was probably flying as she was getting those phone calls. but it was one of the
Gotcha.
cutest things. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You have some great crafts and some great things coming up. First of all, I want to say we cannot wait for the journal. That's a whole nother
That's
story.
a whole
So,
nother story.
Please make sure that we'll probably be the first ones. We want to be the first ones to grab this journal. We're so proud of you, I count it all joy, because I hope that we have been those representatives in your life that says anything is possible. Anything is possible. I hope we're those representatives that say your crafts just opened up new grounds. As Janika would say, your gift opened up doors, but it wasn't just the gifts of crafts, because I can't wait to see what this journal is about. You don't spill the beans here, but when you're ready to spill the beans, come back on and spill the beans with us first. Okay, like they say on TV, we want to be the first ones. When she announced the publisher, when she announced that it's out, I'm putting it out there. She's gonna do it right here with her one of her associations. So Nordine, how do people get in contact with you if they want to know more about the journal, or even get some of the door hangers and all the other amazing pieces you do?
Well, I'm on Facebook at NJ Creations 07 and Instagram also. Of course, I'm in the directory. And then my phone number, if you want to call or text, is 202-871-6226.
Well, you heard it here. This is just the beginning of our session, but I just want to say thank you so much, Nordine, for joining us this evening and telling us all about it, about your journey and who you are and what you do. And thank you for even going back to what those ladies said. I mean, you ended it all so great in so many ways.
Yes.
How you said you got on, didn't even think you were going to be getting all of these nuggets. You were coming on and tell the world who you are, and here you are getting some nuggets on the side. And that was amazing. But just telling us also what we stand for, that what Veronica said, it doesn't make a difference if you are new to business or you're a vet in business. This is the place for you. And so I just thank you so much for giving us an opportunity and being a valued member. We look forward to so many more collaborations and so much more. We look forward to this journey. We want that journey right on that bookshelf. Okay, so while we're doing our podcast, it's right there. Okay, you heard it out there. We want that journal. We're looking forward to seeing all the great thing that God has in store for you this year.
Yes.
So we thank you.
Yes, we thank you again. We look forward to traveling this entrepreneurship journey right beside you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ladies,
Thank
and for
you.
being that mentor.
Oh man, we thank you for the opportunity, and there's so much more in store for us together. So thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, you've heard it here. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a part of this. Our first?
Yeah, our first official. We have done several different tapings that we just put out there as filler, but this is amazing. We decided, okay, listen, we're going to be looking to interview. So for anyone who is listening to us, even if you're not a part of Opulent Lady Business Association, we're looking to interview. We're looking to interview women on the move, right? We're looking to interview women who are creating major impact in their communities and are giving back in a major way, right? So we're excited, and we just decided, we have this amazing association of dope women.
Yes.
Why not interview them first?
Oh
so
my gosh.
the next couple of tapings and recordings on the podcast, which you can catch the podcast on YouTube. It's going to be streaming on so many different outlets and platforms. You're going to meet some amazing, phenomenal women from various backgrounds, right? And they are, we're starting off with the Opulent Lady Business Association members.
What better way to start off than to interview our dope members?
Yes.
Like right now on Facebook, I'm laughing as one of our members is like, oh, I can't wait to come into that beautiful office. And we're saying, you're a member, Crystal, okay? Come on in and see what you have access to with your Access Granted membership. And before we get to that, we want to give a special shout out to Crystal Woods. Before I even go there, I want to say thank you so much to Angela Brand. I want to say thank you to Veronica Black. So let's go back. Angela Brand with girlonfiretour.com. Make sure you go check her out. Veronica Black with E50 Solutions. We got Felicia McCoy with The Real McCoy. and custom creations. We also have, we had Nordine Jackson with her MJ Creations. So that's just the beginning.
Yes.
And
yes.
right now, what you don't know is I can't wait for to interview her. A big shout out to Crystal Woods, who is who hooked us up this evening with our shirts and our earrings. So I just want to say shout out to our girl Crystal Woods with her amazing journey. I don't even want to try to talk about what she got going on, because that just tells you right now that she has to come on here and introduce herself on this podcast and let us know all the amazing things that she's doing, because she's doing more than just t-shirts. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, Crystal,
She's
I know
a
you're out there
creator,
listening.
right?
Okay, yes, she is. So I'm just thankful, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying. We already went over time, so I guess that's how it's going to be, because we wanted to make sure that you knew all the amazing things that our members are doing, and that's just the first 4. And guess what? We still got about 50 to go, so I hope you're tuning in every single Monday at 7 o'clock. And before we go, Janika's going to tell you a little bit about the Access Granted membership, just in case you're wondering.
Yes, yes, yes. First of all, lean in, lean in, lean in. Come on, come on. I'm talking to you. Come on, come on. Where you at? Where you at? I'm talking to you. Listen, if you want to be a part of a global network, I'm talking about a females founders firm, then come check us out. Go to the website, read about the different perks, read about how you can insert yourself and add value, right? We are all about connectivity. As our model state, wise women win together, because wise women unselfishly work together. Like, we're so happy. We're on the move. June 18th, if you go to our website, you will find out about our lunch on June 18th. This will give you the opportunity to learn a little bit about us, but to have fun, right? To meet so many amazing people. We have 2 amazing, phenomenal speakers who's going to grace the stage. Right?
Are you kidding me?
And we have a DJ.
Oh, yes. So we're going to do some dancing. You already know.
Great entertainment, right? And this is a celebration to toast to all things Opulent. Also, it's a great way to celebrate the fathers. We recognize that this is the day before Father's Day, as well as Juneteenth, the next day. So this is going to be as we will say, a funky good time.
It is.
And we'll be launching something big announcement.
But you have to be there.
But you have to be there to hear this announcement. And we're excited. And as the mental motivator herself said, shout out to Crystal, because guess what? We're going to be dropping our apparel line. And guess what we did? We was decided, we have all these dope women. Why are we going outside of our establishment to find someone when we have amazing women, and this is what their business do? So she has created this amazing apparel line. I'm talking about all kinds of different creative, inspirational, right, shirts.
June 1st.
So let me just give you a couple of things about OLBA. So to find out more about OLBA, we do, for members that we onboard, we have an orientation that is the last of every month, but we also, the 3rd Thursday of every month at the mid-month mix to the virtual vibe, we have a Q&A. So during our Q&A session, we talk a little bit about how you can become a member of our amazing organization, right? So right now, for those who are listening in, our membership registration fee, it stands at right now at $49.99 to enroll. But as of June 18th, when we begin to launch this big announcement, that registration fee and the monthly membership fees are going to be on a different level. Why? Because we're adding more value into our program, right? So if you want to learn about Access Granted is a global membership. You do not have to be in Harford County to be a part of Opulent Lady Business Association. You can see, you heard today, our members are from everywhere, right? So the global membership comes with masterminds monthly. It comes with meet and greets. It comes with referral services. It comes from perks of the loft. If you're in Maryland, it comes from Upton. I was just about to let the cat out the bag. Can't
Go
share
ahead.
that yet,
Uh-oh,
but
uh-oh. Always
but it
something
comes
going
with the
on.
podcast, it comes with events, training. We have our own university. Yes, yes, your sisters here are building our own online university. And we are so happy about that because our university is an online self-development and professional development virtual classroom, basically, right? So you can always go on there and to find information, whether it goes from financial literacy down to learning how to build your business, start your business, build your credit,
Ooh,
business credit,
all of that,
loans, yes,
all of that.
everything, right? Legal services, all of those things that we need to enhance our quality of life. Not, y'all hear me? Not just being a business owner, but to enhance our quality of life. So to learn more about Opulent Lady Business Association, it is simple. The first step is go to www. I ain't say too many
Three,
W's.
okay,
www.
I like it, I like it.
Opulent Lady BA. Opulent Lady BA.com. That information will be posted here. And as we said, check us out for Opulent Attraction Podcast. Information will be traveling through cyberspace, social
Absolutely.
media, all of that about how you can call in and become a member. I mean, I'm sorry, not just a member, but how we can interview you here on Opulent Attraction Podcast, because we're taking this on the road, right? So as we continue to build, we're having pop-up shops in different states where we will be offering Q&A sessions to talk a little bit more about Opulent Lady Association, Business Association, and how you can join, but also how you could find out about not just joining, but wait till June 8th. I can explain to you.
Oh my gosh, so June 18th. So we have so much going on, as you hear. We are going to be, so again, I just want to make sure before we end, first of all, if nothing else, just go on to the into the website. You know, if nothing else, you can go on to www.opulentladyba.com. Join us for the luncheon. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. You don't want to miss it. June 1st, we're going to be launching our t-shirt line. It's just so many great things. And of course, if you don't know where we at, we're right here in Joppatown. It's just so many amazing things. And maybe you just want to come and check it out. Well, give us a call. Go ahead, go onto the website and send us an inquiry and say, hey, I just want to stop by. I just want to sit down. I just want to come check it out. We're right here in Joppatown, right across from the Joppatown Library. And we're just looking forward. So I hope that you all enjoyed the first episode of the Opulent Attractions podcast. There'll be so much more. Our first few rounds, we're going to be interviewing our members, and in between, we're going to be doing some pop-up sessions, because there's some really good conversations that we really need to have.
Yes.
Not only with our members, but with some outside people. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned for what we got going on. But I thank you all for joining us this evening.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. Chime back in, go to that website, check us out. For those who would like to just travel in our community, we do have the Opulent Lady Virtual Connection that is open to the public. Even though it's a private, you have to request, I think, and somebody would approve you to get in. But then you will be able to meet over 3,000 something women and just learn a little bit about what we do, but more, you will be able to connect.
Yes,
right?
Everything's about connect. And as Janika says, we are 4 minutes and 59 seconds away. Don't you give up. Don't you stop. To those women in business, that vision that God has given you, that vision, that thing that you've been sitting on, we want to make sure that we help you manifest it. It's never too late. You don't heard it here, right here from our first 4 members. And even from Nordine, she's new to it. And then we also have 20 years in the business. So this thing, we just want you to start. And if we can be a part of you starting, then hey, give us the opportunity. And as we know, hey, it might not be for you. We still love you. We still celebrate women. We celebrate you. We're going to still be at your launch. We're going to still purchase your book. We're still here for you. So don't still invite us. All right. So that's all I'm saying. You can be a part of several associations, as many of us are. Okay. So we just want to say we love you.
Yes, from the bottom of our heart.
From the bottom of our heart. And we just want to say, catch us next Monday, 7 p.m. And you're going to meet probably 4 more of our members on Monday. And I believe I think we skipped a Monday because Monday is the holiday. So either way, we'll go ahead and post it and let you know. I think we skipped this Monday because it is Memorial Day. So we want to make sure that you have an amazing Memorial Day. Stay tuned for what we have going on. It's going to be some greatness coming up.
And you know what? We also, when we have our podcast, we will be introducing our line. So for anyone who would like to order, stay tuned. We will have things here. So during our breaks, it will be like QVC. We're going to be showing what you can order, and you can order right from there. So we got so much giveaways and so many things taking place. And we just want to stay connected. Go to the website.
Go to the website. And guess what? Maybe you're not a member and you just want to come and have a conversation. Maybe you just want to be interviewed. Well, again, go to the website and check us out and go ahead and book your slot and let us know that, hey, I'm not a member. I just want to get on there and I just want to tell my story about what I have going on. And guess what? We're here for it all. So www.opulentladyba.com, and we'll see you soon. And as our motto goes, wise women win because
wise women unselfishly work together.
All right. So good night, and we shall see you soon. Good night, everyone.
Woo! Let's toast to that.
Oh, yes. I think I like that. I think she has more in her cup than me, but
yeah.
night, night.